Hey y'all, Alyse here from Just Things with Alyse. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. Today we are going to be doing an all-day clean with me, and I'm just going through right now and showing you what it looks like before we get started so that we'll have something to compare it to when we're done. And the worst part is the floors today. You can't really see it from this angle, but once I start cleaning, you shall know. We have a dog that sheds like nobody's business, and every time I do the floors, it's like sweeping a whole dog off the floor basically. And then the second worst part is the kitchen. You cannot see it from this angle, but there's a lot going on in there that's gonna have to be taken care of. But definitely keep watching so that you can see what all we have going on. And if you're interested in this type of content, I haven't made a clean with me video in literally a year. But if you do want to see more of these, definitely hit that thumbs up button so that I know that you are interested in this kind of stuff. But thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Quick thing, this counter is not going to look much better after I clean it because that's where a lot of that stuff actually goes. And you can see the little mud prints on the floor from where our dog tracked mud in the last time that it rained. Alrighty, so we're starting by sweeping the floors, all of the floors except for the kitchen, because I like to work from the top to the bottom in the kitchen, but it's not usually an issue in the rest of the house. So we're gonna sweep every floor and then we're gonna go back and mop, and you will see what I mean about all of the hair that our dog sheds. This is usually the second worst area for his hair, but I don't know why, it just is. And I'm sorry about this weird angle right here. I don't know why the camera was crooked for some reason, but anyway, the entryway is usually the second worst, and then behind the couch and by the back door is the worst because that's pretty much where he hangs out, is back there. So that is a mountain of hair usually. And I should probably mention the elephant in the room, or shall I say the donkey in the room. I have on my Eeyore onesie because it was cold when I woke up. So I just put that on to get warm. And then later on, I'm going to get too hot and change into another pajama set. But I thought I should at least mention that or acknowledge that. Okay, now prepare for the massive pound of dog hair on the floor. This is where I said he hangs out, behind the couch and by the back door. That rug is what he calls his bed because he's too bougie to lay on the actual hard surface floors. So if the bedroom or office door is open, he'll lay in the doorway of that just so he can be on the carpet, and otherwise he's laying on this rug, so it gets really nasty. So before I start sweeping in the living room, I want to wipe the crumbs and stuff off of this table. And when I'm cleaning countertops or this table, I spray it with Mrs. Meyers spray first, and then I wipe it down with the Clorox wipe. I don't know why, I just like the extra cleanliness to that. I might be canceling the other out by using both, but it makes me feel good to use both of them. Okay, we are almost done with the sweeping portion now, and then we're going to move on to mopping, which won't take as long. I just like to be really detailed when I sweep to make sure I get up as much dirt, crumbs, dust, or whatever else as possible before I get to the mopping part. And so for this mop, I actually did a review of this, one of my very first review videos. I think it was my first review video of the Great Value wet dry mop from Walmart. I'll link that above if you're interested in seeing that. And I'm using the HEB brand True Grit wet wipe for that. I don't know if it's called a wet wipe, mop wipe. You know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm using. This is my first time using it. I actually ran out of them. I used them all up during this cleaning session. But I don't think I'm gonna buy them again. I do love how they smell. I like how they clean. However, it takes me like 3 of those wipes to mop the whole floor. And with the Great Value wipes that came with it, it took, I want to say 1 to wipe the whole floor. And then with the actual Swiffer wipes, it takes me 2 to 2.5 to wipe the whole floor. So I think I'm going to just stick with the Great Value brand. And I like to use the mop to dust the base of these speakers off while I'm mopping instead of having to get down there and clean them. It's more convenient to me. Hub is bringing home the bacon and putting it in a pan. Making breakfast, hopefully for both of us. Yeah, grits back there, eggs, bacon, toast. While we are still going through the cleaning process, as you see. Finally finished the floors. And now I can straighten up the dining room table and the living room. And when he's done cleaning, I'll finish up the kitchen. Here is the dinner table. Very minimal, as I like. And we do the opposite of what you do with chargers. I move them out the way. Well, I actually don't. I just move the napkin out the way when we eat. And look at the breakfast that must be made. We'll return to this broadcast momentarily. Finally, we've made it to the kitchen. And this is some banana pudding I made, and I just had one serving left, but I just couldn't finish it in time. So we're dumping that down the garbage disposal and getting on about our lives. So I'm starting off by just rinsing off everything that's going in the dishwasher and putting as much as I can in there, and everything that's left over or that's hand wash only, I'm gonna hand wash afterwards. So what I like to do when I'm washing dishes, even just doing the rinsing off part, I like to go from what's gonna make the sponge least dirty to most dirty when I'm doing this. Do y'all do that too, or do you just pick it up and clean it as you get to it? I also like to go by like silverware and utensils, then dishes and glasses and all that, then bowls, then pots and pans and that kind of stuff. Do y'all do that, or is it just me? Also, sometimes I think I get a little carried away during the rinsing off part. It's like I basically wash the dishes and then I put them in the dishwasher, so it's kind of negating the point of a dishwasher. But I just get carried away sometimes. I can't help it. Now to wash the hand wash only slash leftover dishes, and then we will almost be done with the kitchen. And I know you can't see it for whatever reason. It's not getting picked up by the camera, but there is soap on the sponge, on the glass cleaner, and on the dishes from the sponge and the glass cleaner. It's just not showing up for some reason. And like I said in the beginning, this countertop is probably more than likely not gonna look a whole lot better afterwards, because that's where we keep that stuff because it doesn't have anywhere else to go. We don't have a junk drawer, so that's kind of our junk side of the counter where we keep like our coupons and knickknacks and all that kind of stuff. I absolutely cannot wait until we're able to get new countertops in our kitchen, because I hate these countertops with a passion. First, I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's like a laminate countertop, but it goes up the wall too, and it has like a curve where the counter and the wall meet. So I wouldn't even be able to really cover it with anything the right way, at least. And it is ridiculously porous, so if you spill anything on here with some color, more than likely it's gonna stay there no matter what. And I just want to talk about that degreaser spray right quick by Method. I love it. I don't use anything on the stove except the degreaser. So that's not true. Sometimes I do put Mrs. Meyers on there to clean it off, but it leaves it sudsy, so it makes streaks when it dries. So I still end up going back with the degreaser after that, just to give it that streakless, clean shine at the end. This stuff works wonders. I think it works on almost any kind of stove, maybe not glass top, but I would definitely recommend you getting that. Speaking of, if you have noticed, while I was cleaning, I've been using mostly Mrs. Meyers, Method, and those kind of brands. And I get all of that from Grove Collaborative. And I pretty much get all of my cleaning supplies from them, except for like my Clorox wipes, which I usually just pick up when I'm grocery shopping. But Grove, if you have not shopped with them before, I will have a link down in my description box where you can get a full Mrs. Meyers cleaning set for free with your first $20 or more purchase from them. And what usually comes with that is the Mrs. Meyers hand soap, the hand lotion, dish soap, and a multi-purpose surface spray, which you've seen me using on pretty much everything in the house. And sometimes they throw in something extra too, like that little scrubber that was on the counter that was an extra thing, or they'll give you a caddy to hold everything in. But again, if you have not used them before, I'll have that linked in the description box so you can get all of that for free with just a $20 purchase. Moment of shame. I could not tell you the last time I dusted off the TV stand. It's been this year. I know it was this year. But the exact time, I have no clue. But it definitely needed it. So I'm just taking a Clorox wipe and wiping that down hard to get all of the dust off, and wiping down the Xbox and pretty much everything that's under there in the TV stand. And yeah, I'm a little ashamed of that. So we're just gonna not talk about it anymore. All right, we started out at breakfast and now it is dinner time. Finally finished, so I'm gonna give you a quick walkthrough showing you the finished product.